We've got Tehilah here with us now. How are you today?
I'm doing good. It's a nice day today. I'm excited.
Same can't really be said for here. It's really grey and miserable, to be honest.
And where?
In the UK here, I think it's probably pretty much all over. It's really miserable weather.
It was raining so much in Brooklyn yesterday.
Oh, so you've got
Yeah.
your new song out. It's called Dried Roses. What is that song about?
So basically it's just about like how do I put this? Basically just leaving behind things that don't help you grow.
Ah,
So I say I don't need no dried roses because if you have something in your life that's like bringing you down, there's no reason to have it. So it's like let it go and move on.
that makes sense to me.
Basically,
It's a good message in there. Is
yeah,
it inspired by your own kind of personal experiences?
100%, yeah.
How long did it take you to write it?
um, I want to say 2 days.
Wow,
So I wrote it in 2 days. Yeah, and I finished recording it the day after. So I completed the entire song in 3 days.
that's quite a good turnaround time because I've had people
Yeah.
before, they've said it's taken them like a year, and then I think I
Wow.
had somebody else who wrote a song in like 2 minutes, but the song
Yeah.
was longer than that. I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how do you get into the mindset of writing? Do you sit down and write, or does it just come to you on the bus or something?
Yeah. It comes to me on the bus or something like, well, up here it comes to me on the train. Um, I would just be listening to beats, listening to music, or I'd be playing around on my guitar, and it comes to me, and I just record it right away because I'm like, I don't want to lose this melody. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And do you like to stick to the same genre, or do you branch out a bit depending on how you're feeling?
I do branch out. I released another record called Dazed the other day, which is a completely different feel from Dried Roses. It's like more poppy, and you can dance to it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And how would you describe Dried Roses in terms of genre?
In terms of genre, I would say I'm leaning towards like a R&B, soul, like a gentle type of neo soul genre. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, in those genres, are there any artists that you look up to and maybe take a bit from, some inspiration from them, and even ones that you haven't taken inspiration from but just really look up to?
I love Cash Page. That's my wife. That's definitely my wife. Um, I love Janae Eiko. I listen to people like Summer Walker, Daniel Caesar, Givian, who else? Who else? Kiana Lede, um, Brent Fayez. That's my husband. um, who else? Who else? I've been listening to a lot of like strictly R&B lately. But I am Caribbean. I am West Indian, so I do listen to West Indian music now and then. So like Nacho Montano, a little soca music,
Yeah.
if you know about that type. Yeah, it's like all over the place.
Do you think you're very similar to those musicians?
I feel like I'm kind of. You can tell that I've been inspired by them, but I feel like I'm kind of like in my own lane. Like there's nobody like Cash Page. Same way there's nobody like Vivian. There's like nobody like Tehilah
Yeah.
in a way. So yeah.
And did you always know when you were younger that you wanted to get into music?
Oh my gosh, it's so funny because when I was younger, I wanted to be an actress, and then I wanted to be an air hostess.
Oh, that
And
sounds like a great job. I want to do that too,
yeah,
actually.
you did. It was so
I
fun.
think I still want to. I think it'd be cool getting to fly all the time
You
and going
should,
to
yeah,
like a really hot place just for the day.
yeah. You get discounts on plane tickets. You
Oh
get to
yeah,
travel.
I want that.
Yeah, me too.
Do you get to have some of the food for free as well? Because that's all I'm
Yes,
interested
you
in.
do.
Yes.
We did a whole like career day in my school, and I created like this whole airplane. Like I built it, and like I was like an air hostess, and you had to pay 50 cents to enter my plane. It was so
It's quite a
cool.
cheap ticket, isn't it?
But I feel like I was always doing music, but I started like really just making a bunch of songs by like 10. And this music thing that I'm doing right now is really just because I love doing it. It's really just for
Yeah.
fun. And right now, I don't really see me not doing this. So, yeah.
Okay. And for all the time that you've been making music, have you got one or two highlights from that time?
When you say highlights, like some good times making music,
Yes, definitely good times. I don't know if you've played any gigs or just had a moment that you felt really good about.
I feel like I feel like when I play back any song that I create, when I like notice how authentic and honest that I am, I feel really good because I know that I'm not like tapping or anything.
Yeah.
And that's when I feel closest to my songs. So that's like it's a breath of fresh air when I can like recognize that.
And after this song, have you got any more exciting albums or more singles coming up shortly? Because, I mean, you could have quite a few if it only takes a couple of days to write.
That's true. That's funny. I do. I plan to release an album called Caution
Ooh,
in the year 2021. So we're excited for that.
yeah.
Yes, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
And how has the coronavirus affected your music? Because did you have things cancelled, or have you seen it more as an opportunity to have the time to write?
You know what? I feel like for every artist during this time, despite everything that has been negative, music was really booming
Yeah,
because artists had the time during quarantine to really sit with themselves. And for me, I'm in the same boat. I feel like there's a bright side to the whole pandemic, and the bright side was that we could create more. And I definitely did create a lot more during this pandemic. So it's not all bad, you know?
yep. And if sometimes you might find yourself losing inspiration or just not having the motivation, is there anything you do to get yourself going and focus on the writing?
Good question. I try my hardest to stay in like close contact with the things that make me feel peaceful and the things that make
Yeah,
me happy. So, for example, I'm in love with the sunsets and sunrises, and I live upstate. So, I would just sit and just watch the sunset, breathe, relax, and then I know eventually, once my mind is at peace, then the music is just gonna come.
yeah.
Yeah,
And outside of music, what do you like to get up to? Do you have a fun and wild life,
I do.
or is music just taking up your whole time?
Oh my gosh, I do. Music is not like what I do like 24/7,
Yeah,
where I don't do anything else. I just incorporate it with everything that I do. So I am in college. I'm in my first year of
what are you
college.
studying?
I'm doing art. I'm studying visual art.
Ooh,
It's so
nice.
cool. We have like art history classes, we have like drawing classes, graphic design. It's so cool. Um I lived in Brooklyn before I moved upstate, so I do
Yeah,
go back and forth to the city. I love the city. I just go around, have fun, explore, eat a lot of food. I love
yep.
food.
Sounds a lot
Um,
like me.
yeah. Yeah. So I feel like I do all of these things that I have the most fun doing, and that makes me have things to write about. You know. So yeah.
And where are we able to have a listen to your latest song?
Go on my Instagram. My Instagram is Tehilah. It's Tehilahh.
Okay.
The song is released on all platforms, so I'm mostly active on Spotify. So
Yeah.
you can just type up my name, Tehilah. It spells the same, and follow me on Spotify. The single is right there. And follow me on Instagram because that's where I post my most updates. So yeah.
Great. Thank you very much for joining us today, Tehilah.
No problem. No problem. It was nice talking to you.